This really got me. Okay, so I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and boom, guess what? One of my all-time favorite skateboarders of all time and one of the greatest people that have influenced the skateboard industry more than anybody else in the history of skateboarding, hands down period, Tony Hawk, makes this post. I can't believe it. He says, "Our Hawk vs. Wolf podcast will be on indefinite hiatus as of 2025. What is going on?" The last few years of making these shows have been a transformative journey of insightful conversations, shared vulnerability, and consistent laughter, and I am forever grateful to Jason for his time and support. I believe that we created something uniquely entertaining in a space rife with mediocrity, but it seems that we are unable to effectively navigate big algorithms in order to find a larger audience and the necessary growth to attract consistent sponsors. Jason and I devoted ourselves to make the best show we can, but it is not financially tenable in its current form. We tried and kept trying even when it cost us our own money to produce the show. Thank you to everyone that listened, watched, liked, and subscribed to Hawk vs. Wolf. All of your enjoyment and feedback encouraged us to push through the many challenges as we tried to find our way. It has been a privilege to host so many inspiring guests and an honor to collaborate with Jason all these years. Perhaps a new audience will discover these recordings through free will? ? It's funny he mentions that because it's like the algorithm is a wild place right now for sure. And give us hope for a comeback. Until then, the future is unwritten. We have one more show to drop. It is arguably the best yet. I don't know if any of you guys watch Hawk vs. Wolf or listen to the podcast, but it is really, really awesome. As their final episode, they had Rodney Mullen and Andy Anderson, and basically just like Andy Anderson and Rodney Mullen just talk. Just throw them in a room, put cameras on and talk, and it was amazing. It was completely amazing. But man, I literally can't believe this. This hit me like a ton of bricks. There's a lot of things that have been occurring in the skateboard industry. There was some shoe companies that were struggling, Lakai shoes, and then the S shoes just got sold, and there's some various industry things that are occurring. Since the lockdowns in 2020, skateboarding has been a wild place. Basically what happened in 2020 is tons of people started skateboarding, and it became this huge push. Because of the lockdowns, they were like, oh, we need a hobby. And it was incredible to me to see that because I've been pushing for so long. Learn how to skate. Doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, it's really important. You can step on a board, you can learn how to do this, and you can learn all these kinds of life lessons, and I'm trying to teach people how to ride this thing, and specifically, not just anyone, but brand new people. I think it's important, and I think it's a missing gap in our industry of skateboarding, of getting new people into this. We have crews, and we have skate parks, and we have skate shops, but we just need new people coming into skateboarding and riding these things. So in 2020, that happened in a huge way. It actually happened so much so that the raw materials, the wood, the metal for the trucks were backlogged. Nobody could get boards because boards were going so fast that then it basically like shut the industry down because all the people were in their houses. They're like, wow, we need something to do. Let's start skateboarding. Sounds like a good way to pass the time. And yes, you are correct. It is a good way to pass the time. But then what happened is all the companies were fighting to get as many boards as they could, because the second you got boards in stock, they would just sell right away. So everybody's getting all these boards in stock, and then boom, 2021 hits. All of the skateboard companies get overstocked. All of their warehouses are completely full of boards, and then the sales just slowed way down. People went back to work, and then people just took up their normal lives like they were doing before. COVID ended, more or less ended. The remnants of it continues to move forward, but it more or less ended, and people went back to work. They went back to their jobs, and they were not just at home riding skateboards all day like they were before. And then you have all these skateboard companies that paid all this money out to get all this inventory in their warehouse, and then the sales dry up and it stops. And this puts them in a very scary financial position. Tons of products, can't sell it, stuck in the warehouse. This is where companies go out of business. And many companies did go out of business across the whole different line. And then from 2021 forward, 2021, 2022, 2023, and then 2024, it just seemed to have gotten a little bit worse and a little bit worse and a little bit worse. And it's been a very interesting run and fascinating. Never in my entire life would I think the king of skateboarding, Tony Hawk, would not be able to run his podcast. I mean, it's completely wild because I have total reality with this, but he's saying here that he had to put his own money in to make the show happen. It just is not cost effective to keep it running. I have complete and total utter reality with that, but I never in my wildest dreams would have thought that that would have come from Tony Hawk. And the Hawk vs. Wolf podcast was awesome. And their views are good. It's not like their views were not good. I mean, they're doing pretty good on their views, but it's really fascinating. Just really hit me like a ton of bricks, and it almost hit me in this way where I was like, my purpose and my goal for so long has been to get new people into skateboarding and grow the sport. I think that the reason, even after 2020, like, we can blame the overstock, we can blame COVID. I'm gonna wait till that plane goes by because it's loud and annoying. We can blame COVID, we can blame 2020, we can blame the overstock and overfilling the warehouses, and then this slowing down and this whole thing. Yes, all of that happened. Yes, it hurt the skateboard industry bad, but at the end of the day, if we had a lot more new people coming to skateboarding, none of that would matter because all of those warehouses would have sold out, more new people are coming in, and the sport effectively would just be growing. Sport, lifestyle, I literally don't care what you call it. I just care that you ride one of these things and you have fun doing it. Pickleball is a good prime example of this.
Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the United States.
I believe pickleball was one of the fastest growing sports in 2024. That was a recent thing. It is growing very fast. I looked into this, I did a little research, and it says it's beginner friendly, easy to teach, easy for people to start, supportive, all of these things, which skateboarding is not. It's not easy. We can make it easier through better tutorials, better safety equipment, proper instructional attitude, groups all over the place. And these are the kind of things that I'm trying to help foster and grow to help grow skateboarding because I absolutely love it. So these are the things that we can do, but we're not gonna, this is never gonna be as easy as pickleball. I'm sorry, it's not. Another post that I saw on Instagram was some skate parks. Now this probably will make you mad, made me mad, made my blood boil. Some skate parks were getting taken down and turned into pickleball courts because there was a huge demand for pickleball and no demand for skateboarding. The skate park was there, no kids are out there riding their skateboards and using that park, but tons of people wanted to play pickleball, so they leveled the skate park, removed it, put a pickleball court there. What in the world is going on? Why am I moving my hands so much? I got nothing against pickleball. Pickleball is totally fine, but I just love this. And if a skate park gets ripped out for a pickleball court, that sucks. This thing is awesome. This thing taught me how to persist, how to make it through anything, how to, when you fall down, keep getting back up. You fall down in life, keep getting back up, keep pushing, keep going, never give up. And you have got to have this attitude that you're just gonna keep going. That right there, which I learned from this board, will take you through almost anything. I'm telling you, it is really important. The life lessons you learn from this are really important. The tricks that you learn on this are really important. You pushing through and learning how to kickflip, which is very, very, very hard, will change you. You've got to persist. You've got to have some method of learning. You've got to, ideally, you skate every single day. Now I can just go into teaching you how to do it. But the point of this video is, what in the world is going on? Tony Hawk himself cannot do a podcast and have the podcast make enough money for it to support itself. Skateboarding as a whole is in trouble. It is in trouble right now, and we need to work together. We need to be supportive. We need to pick ourselves up. We need to teach more new skateboarders. We need to get more new people into skateboarding. We need to have programs in schools, and we need to be supportive and help each other learn, grow, and learn new tricks. That is what it is all about. Skateboarding goes through these wild gyrations of being really popular and then very not popular, and then really popular and then not popular. And somebody could say, oh, we're just in a downswing of skateboarding. It'll come back up again. But this downswing is swinging down a lot further than before. Somebody give me a good reason why that happened. I would love to know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd absolutely love to know. There's a skate shop that has been in a certain area of San Francisco for 30 years. They just had to relocate. 30 years of ups and downs and swings of the industry. And now we're at such a low that they had to move their skate shop. Some of your favorite shoe companies are no longer in business, will no longer be sending the shoes out. There are other board companies that are going out of business that are no longer sending out boards. What is going on? Guys, this is like a call to arms, a call to action. The Braille Army, we gotta come together. I've been working on this for a really, really long time. Just earlier, I was looking at the videos. When I made the first video about the Braille Army, my first video was in December 28, 2005. This year, it will have been 20 years prior. 20 years I've been working on this. 20 years I've had this goal. I built the app to track the growth of skateboarding all over the world. I made the Skateboarding Made Simple series so that you guys could learn and have a progression plan. All of these things I put there, and now skateboarding is still at the lowest that it's been. And I can't help but feel like I didn't do my job good enough to get as much new people into skateboarding fast enough to inhibit that from going. Because I feel like skateboarding gets really popular, then really not, then really popular. But imagine, just think of this, just take a step back out of all of the skateboard industry and all of its problems and think about if enough new people were starting to skateboard, it would just continue to grow on a nice steady progression. It doesn't need to go instantly into the world's most popular thing ever. That is soccer. Soccer is the world's most popular sport. If you've been watching my videos for a long time, you know I talk about that a lot because we're trying to grow the sport of skateboarding. Sport, lifestyle, activity, whatever you want to call it. It's an art. I don't care. I just care that I love this thing and I think you love skateboarding too. And I think that's why you watch this channel. I think that's why you're still here. I think that you want to learn how to ride a skateboard, and I want to tell you, learn as many tricks as you can. Take in all of the knowledge that you can. Really learn how to use this board, do all the tricks, push through all the mental, physical barriers for yourself, have those wins, and then take what you've learned and turn around and teach that to another person. Go to your skate park, go to your Boys and Girls Club, go to your school, start a club, and get more new people skating. If we just did this in every little part of the world, we would double, triple, quadruple skateboarding's growth like that. So I do want to give a very special shout out to Tony Hawk. I really appreciate what you do. The Tony Hawk video game and all of the Tony Hawk video games, the whole series of Tony Hawk video games have done what I'm describing for skateboarding better than anything I have ever seen happen before. Now we do have the new EA Skate game coming up. That is gonna be released hopefully this year. And hopefully that piques a lot of interest in new skaters and that gets new people picking up a skateboard. I really, really hope so. Because skateboarding needs a push, it needs a boost, but also even without video games or any of that, huge shout out to Tony Hawk, but without all of those things, you and I, just with what we know, can help the people around us to learn how to ride this skateboard, and that will do it. That will grow skateboarding. It is within our power. So let's do it, guys. If you have had a win on this thing, if you love skateboarding, help another person learn how to do it. It's up to me, it's up to you. We got this, let's go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment below, and we are growing skateboarding. We'll see you in the next episode.